Hi, Justin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So I'm curious when Sunday, 2 days ago, when Buddy came out to you on the mound and he kind of pushed away everybody else, what was he saying to you then?
He's just telling me to stay right where I'm at. That I was throwing the ball well. That he saw the adjustment that we had just talked about. From the previous outing, and to just stay right there. That the inning was gonna work out in our favor.
So we've talked a lot about your family, particularly your dad. Were they watching the game on Sunday, and what was their reaction to your first win?
Yes, they actually were. They were all at my parents' house. 4th of July, so they were having a cookout and all that stuff. And actually, all my family was there. So they had the game on the TV while they're going through 4th of July. So it's a really special moment. Not only is it my first win, but for it to work out in such a way that my entire family, my grandpa from Panama, like everybody's at my parents' house to kind of experience that moment together is what made it really special for me.
Did you say your grandpa from Panama? So he was only here for the 4th of July?
He's visiting for a little bit, but yeah, he leaves tomorrow, I think, actually. But yeah, he was in town for 4th of July.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Al Frederickson.
Hey, Justin, I'm sure you've been asked about this a lot over your career, but for Rockies fans who are now just watching you, talk a little bit about your sidearm delivery and sort of how you've developed that as a real asset to you and confusing batters. And also on top of that, when you're able to hit these velocities of 100 miles an hour and getting real high up there, what's been the biggest challenge for you in really hitting your spots while maintaining that speed?
Um, you know, when I first dropped down, the velocity wasn't there, so I just kind of had the deception in my favor. Being your standard sidearm, below average velocity reliever. But as I progressed and got used to throwing from that slot and got older and stronger and all that, the velo came, and I kind of realized, okay, there's kind of an opportunity here. I'm throwing from an unconventional slot, but I also have, that bonus of the velocity that guys from normal slots have. So, kind of to answer your second question with that is it is more difficult, to command that as consistently as some guys, but I'm able to get away with it a little more because of the deception as well as the velocity to go along with it. So I may not hit a spot perfectly, or I may not throw the pitch exactly where I want to, but there's still enough action on the pitch that it is still a good pitch, even if I miss my spot or location or whatever it may be.
Gotcha. And looking back at this week, going through really the ups and downs of being a major league reliever, for you, what gives you a level head? What allows you to have a short memory and rebound from a blown save and get a few guys out?
For me, it's just having that experience in general. That first save opportunity. We were one pitch away. At no point in time did I feel overwhelmed by the moment. Fireworks Friday night, Denver at home, 47,000 people. Like, throughout that inning, I didn't feel like I was out of place. Like it felt right. Like I felt like I was supposed to be in that position, to give our team the best opportunity to win. So yeah, I didn't get the result I wanted, but it was a big confidence boost for me knowing that I can go in that situation and perform, the way that I know I'm able to perform. And then also on top of that, Buddy pulled me to the side, telling me like, hey, this isn't the last time you're going to get that opportunity. Bard and, Kinley told me specifically, he said, hey, you're going to get the ninth inning again, and it might happen this week. And, it happened too late, 2 days later. And I was able to go out there and get the job done for the team, which is, my priority every time I step on the mound, is to give my team a chance. So to have those two opportunities in such a short span, so early in my career, it's definitely a boost of confidence knowing that I can handle that position.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mark Stout.
Hi, Justin. So your grandfather is from Panama. Was he a big baseball fan? And if so, did he follow Rod Carew?
Yes, huge baseball fan. I mean, even for me coming up through the minors, he had the MILB app on his iPad, and even though the hours were all messed up, he was still following. every time he always messaged me on Facebook or Instagram after an outing. You know, he's got broken English, but like he's still sending me a message, whether it's a good outing or bad outing. But yeah, you know, Rod Carew is that guy that he knew, you know, as he came up with Panama.
Yeah. So did you always throw the way you throw now, or did that happen over time? Did it evolve, and did anybody help you with that delivery in particular?
I dropped down on my own my freshman year of college. You know, I was your standard over the top. You know, I didn't have a lot of velocity and freshman year at a D1, so I wasn't getting a ton of playing time. So I kind of tinkered with it and showed the coach, and it ended up working. Ended up transferring out of there, and at Daytona State is where the velocity started to pick up. That was kind of the first time my body's really been, you know, like through an intensive workload as far as, you know, the fall working out and all that stuff. And the Rockies sent out my third spring training. You know, they sent out a guy that used to pitch for the Rockies. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head, but you know, they flew him out specifically to come work with me during spring training. So, you know, to see that level of commitment from the organization, you know, for a lower level guy, you know, really shows, you know, the investment that they're making.
So it was somebody that pitched kind of with that kind of delivery.
Yes. Yeah. I wish I knew his name.
We might be able to figure it out by, you know, by subtraction. Were there any other big leaguers that you watched in particular that kind of had that delivery?
You know, it's kind of cool because Gibbons is with us now, but when I first dropped down, when I was in college, he was just now coming up in the big league. So I watched a lot of, if not all of, you know, like his YouTube videos of his mechanics, because he was a guy that threw hard from that slot. And, you know, there wasn't a lot of guys when he first came up that do that. And so I really tried to emulate his style. And then with Bard coming into the organization, he has that lower arm slot, you know, very similar mechanics to me. You know, we both throw similar. So I like to, you know, kind of pick his brain. Givens put it best. He said, you know, we're not sidearmers, we're slingers. You know, like think sidearm are usually guys with, you know, lower velocity. You know, slingers are guys that just kind of get up there and just have that funky, not normal pitching delivery, but, you know, throw it hard. So I think that was a good way that he put it.
Yeah, interesting. That's cool. Last thing, did you tell Michael that you watched him, and what was his reaction to that?
Nah, I mean, I told him I was seeing some YouTube videos, but it wasn't like I sat him down and said, "Hey, man, just wanted you to know that I've seen all your YouTube videos." So yeah, it's definitely just been real casual.
Hey, we